All right. Hi. My name is Michael Wabomba, and I'm the host in Insightful Commerce. It's been a while since we had an episode, and I'm so glad to be here. So, like we previously said, it's better to have one episode in a while rather than have so many of them at the same time, and they're just nonsense. So, whatever we speak here is not nonsense. Everything is real facts and things that will really help in your businesses. So in the last episode, I had told you I'd be launching a robotics company, Electron Robotics, for logistics, because I'm trying to create drones for logistics and delivery. That was not possible. However, we are making the drones. The drones are in development. We're doing all the research work. We're doing all the tests, but the company isn't launched yet. I did this approach because we had quite a number of setbacks in the past month. Actually, immediately after I released the video, I think the devil just saw an opportunity to come after us, and it hasn't been easy, but God has taken us through, and here we are. So the company will be launched. The robotics company will be launched when we get to business. We'll just continue doing our research work. And doing all the tests and flying the drones. But since we are not selling any drones, the only drones we can give to our people is for research purposes. For instance, if you want a drone for research or just to see the progress of what you're doing, yes, we can give it to you at a certain price, but we are not selling. So we are not legally, the robotics company is not legally in business. Yes, we are doing drones, but it's for research purposes under the parent company of all these things that we do, that is Sahara Analytica. So the robotics company wasn't launched because the devil saw an opportunity, but God so had mercy on us, and you're still doing the research and you're doing all the work. So stay tuned. Everything is going as planned, but just a little setbacks, but in due time we'll be back up. Yeah, so the main reason why I started this episode for today, the main reason why I'm here talking to you right now is because of the trade war that is going on between the US and China. Actually, it's the US against the world. It's like, it's like the Trump decided it's me against everyone else on the planet, you know. So Trump did some tariffs, in his slogan, "Make America Great Again," of which, in my opinion, I think Trump is a wise man. He has the best interest of America at heart, and China is not taking it lightly. So China is trying to do all sorts of attacks, but looks like Trump's foundation is set on stable ground. He is not going to be shaken. Whatever vision Trump had, it will be possible. It is doable, and it's something that, from opinion, is going to happen. The only problem is this was China's pride. This is what China saw as something that made them be something. No, not in a bad way. It's not that I have something against China. No, I do so much business with China. I have so many Chinese friends. I do so many shipments from China, and I have no problem with China. So don't misquote my statements. I love Chinese people. I love China and everything. But this particular situation, it was favoring China, and China, they appear as if they're losing. In as much as they're not losing, it's just that America has woke up. people are woke. Whatever the woke culture that Americans are saying before, that was not woke. Now whatever is happening right now, no, that is woke. Now, like, they're out of sleep. They were sleeping. Their so-called woke culture was sleep, actually. Yeah. So Trump, there's a trade war. So there are these big brands, Louis Vuitton, so many brands. Even me, get me things from China, but they're not branded, made in China. So there are these big brands, and there are the people who are asking, should we go to China and take advantage of this opportunity? And my answer is no. Just do what Trump did. Trump is taking business out of China. The business for the US companies that are located in the US, it's going back to the US. They're going to do production in the US. You see, the only thing that could affect the production of these things if it was not done in the US is power, of which I'm sure that they have everything planned. There's nothing golden about doing business in China. It's just that it is something that was set up to facilitate global trade. I don't know which president of the US was that. He's the one who initiated, production from outside, just to create a mutual relationship. It's not even war in particular sense. Let me say the people that are propagating that this is war are just malicious people and people with bad intents. But this is not war as such. The US is just taking trade back to them. And even me personally, I'm in Kenya. So we can do this business in Kenya. There's nothing that is stopping us. It's just that there are people that see that the people who see trade differently. The people who see money has value, which, like we once talked in this podcast, the money really doesn't have value in itself. It is the products that have value. And so in my opinion, everything is going to be fine. And should you be rushing to China to take advantage of the trade? No. These businesses being the manufacturing from China, it is not even of benefit to them. They can still do the manufacturing from within the US and still be profitable. The reason why these grants are so huge is because of the management of the companies. You cannot say that, for instance, my company is so big because it's being managed from Nairobi. It can be managed from Bungoma. It can be managed from Kampala. It can be managed from anywhere in the world, and it will still be as big as its management is. So business moving back out of China into the US is not a big deal. Just the similar way, for instance, here in Kenya, we get so many things from China. And there are products here that are sold very cheap. But the moment you give it a brand and you give it a message to it, a brand is just a message. It's just a message and how you interact with your people, the way you communicate with your people, like the way I'm communicating with the people that know me, the people that understand me. There's someone who will come to this podcast and think what you're doing here is nonsense. And there's someone who will come here and get out of here with 100 billion. So it's just the message, the particular people that you're speaking to. So these brands, the Louis Vuittons, the Dior, they'll still be profitable. They'll still be billion-dollar businesses. Shifting production from China to the US or any other part of the world will not affect business in any way. The only cost may be setting up new industries, but in terms of production, if these business in real, like they are real businesses, the particular valuations that I have, I've not worked with these people, so but I know them. I know some people that love brands. They love putting on branded clothes. So these particular people, if whatever business they're doing is real, it was not crime, the businesses will still be dollar businesses. In fact, they'll not even see a loss. They'll not even experience a loss. Doing business in Kenya, doing business in the US, doing business in the UK, in China, nothing affects anything. Money has no value in itself. We've talked that around before, especially when we're doing the Bitcoin thing. Money in itself has no value. The product is the one that has value. So, doing the product from the US or doing it from China, no difference. So I'm so glad Trump is doing this. I have nothing against the Chinese. In fact, the Chinese are ahead by far. They're doing so many good things in robotics. The robotics company that we have, these Chinese guys have beat us clean. They're doing some good stuff, and I'm so glad about them. We just hope that this trade war will not be. Some people won't take advantage of it and turn it into something ugly. Let the US, get a foot. Let them stand again. the stupid woke culture that was there before. Let them now get woke. Let them now see everything that is going on in the world. But I'm so glad Trump will do the US good. Let's just pray that everything turns out right. And yeah, it will be fine. There's nothing wrong with doing business in the US. It's just the people being woke. They were not woke before, they were sleeping. Apparently the woke culture was the sleeping culture. It was reverse. Now they are woke. Yeah, so that's it for today. I'm so glad I said this. There's someone who has got something out of this. There's someone who will still think I'm doing nonsense. And I'm so glad. I love those people. It's to be looked down upon. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. See you in another video, and we're still doing our research here. Yeah, I'm so glad. Everything is moving perfectly. Let's trust in God, and see you in another video. Bye-bye.